Welcome back, guys, to the podcast where we
don't give a shit because we're blowing a 4.0.
Welcome back to the second podcast, everybody.
Welcome. So we just wanted to start off with, my name is Jax.
My name is Anna.
And welcome back to Blowing a 4.0. Hopefully you have subscribed now. You have watched the YouTube videos because there is audio and visual. So yeah, I know that last podcast has a lot of technical difficulties. We are learning.
Quite a few. Yeah, we are learning though. We are definitely learning.
Yes, for
It's
sure.
also, okay. So, Jack sent me the link to the podcast on Spotify when it went up on Saturday. And let me tell you guys, it is so surreal hearing ourselves on like a podcast. It's unreal. I've been dreaming about doing a podcast for like years now.
Yeah, same. Like
I just had no one to do it with.
Yeah, I've told my friends that I wanted to do a podcast about like just the facts with Jax and only talk about like facts going on in the world. But I think we should like, I'm gonna like, you know, claim that right now, just the facts with Jax. No one else can have that, sorry. But I think after this, I'll make a podcast with that. But anyways, it's not my point. Is that your room?
Yeah, my sister just walked in. What's up?
Hi, Eva. You want to say hi to podcast?
Jacob just called.
What?
Jacob just called.
No. Oh my god, you're such a shit.
What?
She said that my brother called and my sister-in-law's expecting. Like, her due date is the 21st of February.
Oh.
So she's just standing there giggling at the door. Jacob just called. I thought you were there at the hospital. Marcella's, you know, in labor.
In labor.
Get out of here. I'm trying to film a podcast, you butt nugget. Jesus Christ.
Bye-bye,
I was about to
Emma.
cry. I was about to cry.
For like the
Real
20th
emotions
time
there,
today.
guys. Yeah, literally. It's true. What were we saying before I got interrupted?
Anyways, we wanted to
false
start
alarm
a
of a bird.
podcast, and this is it. And our baby is up on Spotify, and it's on Apple, and we just got the news this morning, actually, because I don't check my emails a lot of the times, that it is approved on Apple. So down below is going to be the Apple link if you want to listen to that. We also have it on YouTube with the video.
Jackson and I haven't properly celebrated the release of, or the approval of the podcast on Apple. So, Jax, grab your glass of bubbly or your glass of whatever and cheers it, baby, because we're making it. Yee! Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Cheers to the visual people who are listening.
Jeez.
Watching too. But yes, I am a little bit buzzed at the moment. I think. Give me 1 second. I have to reset up my camera. I have to like move it because I forgot we move it over here. Anyways, back to the thing. By the way, how do y'all like the new intro music?
Yeah.
The new intro music.
Good.
That is done by my good friend. His name is Brandon. I used to work with him when I lived in Austin. And I actually haven't talked to him in forever, but I found out he was doing music for a lot of other people. And I messaged him and I was like, hey bro, you wanna like make some background music for us? And he was like, I'm down.
Damn.
So shout
Yeah,
out
it's all
Brandon.
Shout out Brandon.
All of his social media links are going to be down below if you want to go and follow him. He is amazing.
Also, we had to give a very, very special shout out to the one and only Desi.
Miss Desi.
Our personal graphic designer.
Yes.
Give it up for Desi, everybody. I feel like we've been doing this podcast for like years now.
I know, right?
Just a second episode.
We're finally getting the hang of it. It's fine, guys.
Yeah, Desi, honestly, incredible.
Yes.
She's
Desi,
just starting out on graphic design, and she's freaking rocking it.
Funny story is that I was freaking out because I had some friends that are, you know, ghosting, which we will get into that podcast a little later today because that is what our podcast is about today. And they pretty much ghosted me. They are graphic designers, and I asked them to do like a bunch of our animation stuff and like all that stuff, and they never replied. So I was freaking out because I was like, we don't have like a brand like label, like all that stuff. Like I don't have like an actual picture for the podcast. Like I don't have a thumbnail, a background, a banner, like all that crap. And all of a sudden Desi goes, well, if you waited a year, I'm going to school for graphic design. And I was like, bitch, hold up. Hold up. Do you just want to start now? Because I will for
she
sure.
She took it and ran with it.
She really did. And she's been doing amazing.
Yeah. Literally.
She's working on our animations right now of our little characters that we're going to be having too. Of like all of our technical difficulties, our intermissions.
Yeah, she's doing an unreal job. Honestly,
she's doing amazing.
Congrats to you, Desi.
Shout out, Desi.
Farting killing it.
Yes. If you want to challenge her on some graphic designs, her links will be down below for sure.
Yeah. All right. So, what?
Let's get started with the quote of the day.
Honestly. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that. Dude, we're so in sync, bro. Okay, quote of the day. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. This quote is gonna be.
Oh Lord.
The ideas behind the podcast today, ladies and gents, and it's going to be a juicy one. Okay?
Juicy.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
The quote is, "We will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends." Martin Luther King Jr.
Dude, this hits deep.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot tell you how many fake friends, but do the honors, Anna, of starting us off with our first story of the night, of the evening.
Of the evening. All right, guys. Well, so
before we start, wait. Go grab your bubbly. Go grab a comfy spot on the couch, in your bed. If you're driving, grab a water if you're driving. I do not recommend drinking and driving. If you're underage, go grab a juice. I do not care, but if you're listening,
sparkling water if you want those bubbles.
Sparkling water. I have LaCroix. That is an amazing sparkling water. And let's get into the story time.
Yeah. All right. Well, story time. Okay, you guys ready for this? This is a very recent one. I'm not disclosing my age because I don't want to disclose my age. You guys can figure those out on your own. But the story is with my two best friends who I've been best friends since high school, so grade 9. Okay, so we've been friends for a hot minute.
Yeah.
All right. Jack sent me the link on Saturday to the podcast, and I was super stoked. We've been talking about this podcast. Okay, it hasn't been forever, but it has been since October. So it's been a while for us because it's been all that we've been talking about, right? So for us,
it's been like 4 months.
Yeah, so for us, it's like a really, really big deal. Like, this is the podcast. It's not just our YouTube channel. This is our podcast, our baby, okay?
Yeah. Babies!
So, I sent them the link to the Spotify. Like, the Spotify link. I don't know why I said it that way. Anyways, regardless. So, I have a group chat with them, and I sent them the link. And I was like, guys, the podcast is out on Spotify. I don't know who uses Spotify, but it's out there. We're waiting for Apple to approve the podcast, but it's out there. You can listen to it, whatever. Nothing. No response. Absolutely zero. Zero response from either one of them. I then, 2 days later, get a response from one of my friends, who was like, I didn't see it on your YouTube channel. And I was like, bro, it's on a separate YouTube channel. I'm like, but you can still listen to it on the Spotify link, because that's how I listen to it. I don't have Spotify either.
Yeah.
And so today I messaged the one who doesn't listen to Spotify, and I was like, Apple approved, the podcast is on there, and she was like, okay, I'll subscribe and listen. I already listened to it yesterday. And I was like, how about a congrats? How about like, oh my god, that's amazing. Like, you just released your first ever podcast, and it's on Spotify, and it just hit Apple Music, and it's on YouTube. Like, those are not just like little things. It's not just a YouTube video that I uploaded, you know what I mean? It's like a massive thing. It's on Spotify and Apple Music. And I've heard zero congratulations from either one of them. So I'm a little hurt. Like, I want to cry right now because like these are supposed to be like my go-to girls, but
when she told me this, I was livid. I was like, let me book a plane ticket. Let me go find out who these bitches are. I'm sorry, Mom, for cussing. Let me go find out who these girls are, and let me just tell them a little piece of my mind. Because I don't know if it's just because I've been dealing with fake, not just fake friends, but like fake people the entire time of my life. But that drives me up a wall. How are you supposed to sit there and be like, oh, she's my best friend, but know nothing of what you're doing currently, know nothing about you personally? Like, they may know a lot about you from, like, school, but do they know how you've grown? How you have matured? Do they know your thought process now? Like...
So the one friend who messaged me about the podcast, so the one who was like, oh, I didn't see it on YouTube, her and I have been, like, so we didn't stop being friends. So we've been best friends since grade 9.
Oh, that was the other one.
My other friend and I, we stopped talking because of an issue that happened on my birthday, which she refuses.
Which happens every single year, might I add.
But this happened, okay, so what happened was we were at a bar for my, like, 20th birthday, something like that. I don't remember. It's legal to drink in Canada at the age of 19, if anyone's thinking, or wondering. So we're at the bar for, like, my 20th birthday, something like that, I don't remember, and there's this guy there who I was interested in, and he was a friend of a friend. So he was there, and I mean, I know this girl has a very flirtatious personality, like I do too, but there was like 7 other people there that were like, yo, Anna, she's flirting with this guy at the pool table, like, why aren't you doing anything about it? And so I confronted her about it. She's like, I wasn't flirting, and I was like, 7 other people said you were though, honey, so I don't really know what to say. So we stopped talking for like years. I think we stopped talking for like 4 years.
Yeah, because y'all recently just got back together as friends, like, this past
like 4
year?
years ago. Her and I just started talking again 4 years ago.
Oh, I thought it was this past couple years.
No, it's been a while her and I have been friends again.
Mm.
But more recently, it's been like, honestly, at the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know if I want to be friends with her anymore.
And I always tell her this because I've dealt with so many fake people in my life, not even just friends, but like family members as well, that like, it's not good emotionally, mentally, physically, like any of that stuff to keep those people around. So I always tell her, just fucking drop her. Like, just drop her, just leave her, it's not good emotionally. Like,
no. I mean, maybe it's just because of, like, the person that I am. I know that if it came down to, like, something really tragic or, like, something super, super important that was, like, whatever, I know she'd be there for me.
But do you actually know?
Yeah, I feel like she would be. But in recent times, I'm, like, iffy about it. Because, like, she got herself a boyfriend and, you know, chopped liver now.
Yeah.
I'm not even on the back burner. Like, I'm just, like, I'm, like, miles away from the back burner now. I'm, like, in a box that's been, like, in the attic in the very back of it. Mm-hmm. That's where I've been placed. So I don't know. I just don't know.
You went through like 6 different I don't knows.
I know, they're all like different thought processes.
You're like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I still love them both, obviously. I've been through so much with these girls, and I've grown so much with them. But sometimes, you just gotta...
Snip, snip.
Snip.
Like Cruella, the artist, said, you handed me the scissors. You handed me the fucking scissors.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
I will send you the song. It's on Spotify. It's called Scissors.
I'll listen to it on Apple Music. I don't listen to Spotify.
It's on Apple Music too. But, yeah. Like, I just don't understand fake friends. Like, I have gone through so many. Like, I've told Anna this story too, is that in high school, my senior year, I had my group of friends, my group of girls, like, very, very close to them. Junior year, like, around summertime, prom, all that stuff, my ex-best friend, I'm gonna name her name, I don't give a shit. Her name is Elodie. She started chatting up this guy that I was, like, really, really into, who I went to prom with, okay? So, like...
Names won't be spilt.
I blatantly told her I was into him, and she went behind my back and started talking to him and started liking him and started dating him. And I remember the day he asked her out, my heart sank. And I remember my other 2 best friends, Taylor and Cassidy, like, They saw my face, stepped in front of me, and then I told them I had to leave, and they're like, that's fine, we'll deal with the situation, we'll tell her you just like got sick or something. And I ran. I literally just like ran off. And she didn't even ask how I was doing or anything. Her family, on the other hand, knew that I was like into this boy. His name is Forrest. Once again, don't care if his name comes out. It's in the past. For the record, don't like them. Don't talk to them. Like, just don't have any sort of feelings, just to like clear the air. Like, it's just very neutral with them. But anyways, her family asked me about it after they started dating officially, and they were like, how do you feel about Elodie and Forrest dating? And I was like, look, it is what it is. He goes through girls like there's no tomorrow, but I love Elodie, and she's my best friend, and I would do nothing to hurt her. So I'm just going to take it with a grain of salt. I'm not going to be around them when they're together, but I will be her best friend, you know? So.
See, and that right there, if she didn't know that you were her best friend at that point, dude, bye.
Well, she didn't,
See
apparently.
you later.
Apparently
Really?
she didn't. Because a few months later, some shit happened, I forgot what it was. Like, her and Elodie and Forrest tricked one of Forrest's best friends, which is my best friend Ian, that like after his grandpa died, he came back to school, and they were like, oh, I'm pregnant, I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. And Ian's the type of person who's like you and me. He's very like heartfelt, or at least he was. I don't know if they are. Obviously, they're not my friends anymore. But he was very like concerned about it. I really don't either. But he was very concerned about it. He was like, I don't know what to do, like all this stuff. And I literally came up to him and I was like, I know you're going through a hard time. Don't kill them, but this is all fake. And that's when the drama fucking happened. Like, that's when shit hit the fan. Like, I was sick from strep throat, and so I was out for like a week. And Ian knew that they were faking, so he went along with it, but then he had another plan in the back of his head, like some plan. I told him not to get me involved in it. And they called him out on the plan, and he said that it was my plan and that I'm the one who wanted Forrest and Elodie to break up. So she texted me while I was freaking sick with strep throat, and she goes, Forrest just broke up with me, blah, 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 I'm devastated. And like, I've been with her whenever she's gone through a breakup, and she does not take it well. Excuse me. So I told her, I was like, come over, I'll have my dad get snacks. Like, I know I'm sick, but I'm on antibiotics. I should be fine after today. Like, we'll just have a girls' weekend. I know how bad, like, how much you liked him, like, all this stuff. And I was like, dude, what the hell just happened? Like, he said he liked her. Like, I don't understand. And so I went on all social medias, and then I asked Taylor, and Taylor was like, or Ian texted me, and he was like, I'm so sorry.
He's like,
and I was like,
it's done.
What? What just happened? And Taylor was like, no, they're not broken up. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then Elodie was like, ha, bitch, you thought. And I was like, I'm so confused. I like didn't know what was going on.
That's
and so when that shit happened, she ended up like not being my friend. She blamed me for everything. She wouldn't listen to my side of the story. I lost all of my friends, even though I'm the fucking one who made the friend group. Okay? Not bitter. I'm really not. But it is what it is. But she spread an entire lie around the school that I was sleeping with like the entire tennis team and the entire soccer team. And
how dare you?
I know. I'm like, I only slept with Christian. I was like, what? She's the one who's got like 20 different boyfriends, and I have one guy that I was talking to. But yeah, so
that's so high school.
Fake friends. And this was like senior year. So senior year, I had no friends. Like, I had some friends, but my entire main friend group I lost in like a matter of seconds because of that.
It's funny how guys tend to get in between friendships, and like, I'm one to say that. I literally lost a friend for like years because of a guy.
Well, you're losing a friendship right now because of a guy.
Yeah. Dude! Full circle, brother.
Yeah. That's why I always tell her, and like I always tell my friends, if a guy comes in between us, please slap me. Like, please just come up and like slap me or punch me in the face, because my friends are everything to me.
Yeah, I don't think you'll ever do that. See, I'm the type of person... Ow, just hit myself in the face with a podcast. So, I'm the type of person, like, when I'm in a relationship, not only do I want to spend time with my boyfriend, but I want to spend time with my boyfriend and my friends. Mm-hmm. So I will bring my boyfriend around my friends as much as I possibly can. Yeah, okay, I'm going to have days where I want to spend just time with him or just time with them. Yeah. But I'm never going to, like, I'll never stop talking to my friends. I'll never choose my boyfriend over my friends. I mean, depending on what the situation is, right? Obviously given. But, like, nowhere ever in my books does a boyfriend trump a friend and a friend trumps a boyfriend. They're all equal ground to me at this point.
Yeah.
The only people who trump a boyfriend or friends is family.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like, because, like, I've never, another podcast time, but I've never had a boyfriend. So I don't know how that all, like, works. But I do know whenever Christian and I were together in high school, I was always like, I want to spend time with him and my friends. And, like, sometimes him just by myself. But I wanted to, like, incorporate him with my friends' life because my friends were my fucking family. Like, they were my family.
Yeah.
Again, sorry, Mom. Cussing just comes out.
It's funny, though. It's funny because, you know, speaking of ex-boyfriends and friends, so Saturday night, I was staying up, editing away, and
wait, back up. What did we do Saturday night to express our podcast, to celebrate our podcast going up? You ready?
Okay,
ready for
so
this?
our celebration for podcast release
Number
was we sat in bed with a glass of wine and watched Zach and Mia.
There you go. That's what we did.
That was our celebratory night.
Pretty much. More work.
Literally. And then we got off the phone and we finished watching Zach and Mia, which, by the way, we still have one more episode of season 1 to finish.
I know. It's always, like, up and I'm like, oh, I should finish this. And I'm like, wait, no. I have to finish it with Anna.
Yes. Yeah. So I was sitting there. It's like 12:30, so it's like past midnight. And I posted it to my Snapchat story. I was like, podcast is finally out. Go check it out on, like, Spotify and YouTube. And I just left it. And so, sitting there, editing away, my phone goes off from Snapchat. It's my ex-boyfriend.
Oh my god. This
so
is
my ex-boyfriend, who, by the way, we won't talk about that. That's going to be a different time. Different podcast. But he's an ex-boyfriend for a reason. He asked how the podcast was going. And I said, it's going good. I'm like, we just need to promote now and get it out there. And he was like, that's good. Like, congrats. And I was like, thanks. So my ex-boyfriend congratulated me on our podcast. But my best friends who talk to me supposedly every day didn't.
They don't talk to you every day. I talk to you every day.
That's true.
I literally call her and I'm just like, are you off work yet? Can we talk?
Hello?
I'm very needy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to my future boyfriend and husband.
Robbie. That's what?
I'm sorry. We didn't hear you, Anna. We're just kidding.
I had to clear my throat there. It seems like I caught COVID or something.
I think you caught a ghost. We might have to call some people.
Ghostbusters.
Those two.
Oh, no, Sam and Kobe. Right.
She finally got on.
I was like, who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters! Oh, I was like, which one are we saying? Off topic. Anyways, yes. So her friends, her supposed friends, didn't even congratulate her. Yeah, supposed best friends. Didn't even congratulate her, but an ex-boyfriend that she hadn't talked to in, like, years just messages her and goes, hey, congratulations.
Yeah.
Like, that just tells you, like, how much of friends
so
they
I know one of my friends, and I feel like I'm kind of an excuse for her. I'm not, though. I know that one of them she's going through a lot, mentally. She's going through a lot of physical pain. She's also lives at home with her Zia and her Nana, so she has to deal with her, like, the health issues that both of them have. So she has a lot on her plate, plus she's an ECE. But the other one, on the other hand, didn't say shit. Like, nothing. But she sent me a Snapchat, and I'm pretty sure it's a Snapchat of her drinking something. Because anytime she ever talks to me and my friend in the group chat, it either has to, it's always related around alcohol. It's never a, hey, how you doing? Or how's life been going? How's quarantine? How's the stay-at-home order treating you guys? Like, we're all stuck at home. How you doing? None of that. And then it's just like, oh, here, the LCBO just released a new mango lime Summersby. And I'm like, oh, cool. I don't really care for drinking, though. Not right now, at least.
I don't care for drinking as we drink our...
As we're drinking. But, like, you know, I'm busy working, you know?
Yeah.
But... I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it either. Like, I've spent countless nights with this girl. Okay, countless nights with this girl. You know, talking about her future and talking about relationships and being hurt and just all of this. Like, the things you talk about with your best friends. And I release my baby that I've created with an amazing person. And it's okay, you don't have to cry, Jackie, it's fine. And
I love you.
Oh, I love you too. And I don't get like even a king, like, you know, way to go, you did it. Nothing. Silence. Radioactive silence. Nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely zilt. And then I get a Snapchat from her, which I haven't opened yet because I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. I think the worst is that, do you remember whenever you were saying, like, you stayed up talking and, like, all that stuff and bonding? Do you remember whenever we first started the Thought House?
Yeah.
And how you and I weren't close. Let's just back this up. Anna and
Hilarious.
I were
I thought Jackie was a complete bitch when we first started talking. Yes. Not gonna lie. I was like, who is this girl?
Because I very much speak my mind.
Yeah.
I will put opinions out there, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. And I do not care because of how much I have been silenced, because of how much I have been mistreated and bullied in school, and just like the fake friends. I just don't care anymore. Like there's a thing, like a study that says you don't know someone until like 6 months into the relationship, and I'm like, BS. I'm gonna know you right then and there because I will try to piss you off. Because if I don't get a reaction out of you, like an actual reaction, like an actual caring reaction or whatever it is, then I don't know the real you. And I'm not wanting to take this any further. Like, it's just not me. And so me and another girl, her name is, wait, are we naming them? I got very, very close with someone named Emily. And we were pretty much, like, inseparable, and, like, I don't really know to this day what happened. I do know, like I said last podcast, I am very spiritual, and I do get my readings done very often. Not to, like, know what's coming, but to kind of just, like, know that I'm on the right path, and if I need to change something, I know what to look for.
Sorry, I burped. I didn't want to burp on the mic.
It's fine. So there was a reading that pissed me off thoroughly, and it was that the person I am closest to in the Thought House group is going to be the one to pretty much break the group.
Oh, and baby, did...
Oh, she did. And Desi knows about this too. Like, we still talk to Desi, we still talk to Courtney, but we kind of talk to Brittany.
Occasionally, really. I'll send Britt a message. See how she's doing.
Yeah, we still care about her. We still care about all the girls, but that's just the type of human beings we are.
There's just two of them that we have zero contact with.
Yeah,
funny enough, both their names start with an E.
That's true, and those were the two that were doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Yeah. At the reading, and she said that the two that you do not think are going to break the group up and they're doing it for the wrong reasons. And I called her out on it, and she was like, no. Yeah, I was drunk that night whenever I called her out on it.
You were with Desi that night, no? Yeah, I was on the phone with you guys.
Yeah, it was the first time meeting Desi, and I was like, fuck it, because, sorry, F it. Because she sent Desi a photo of, like, her outfit, because it was her birthday.
No.
It was, like, her birthday week, right?
Her birthday's New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it was her birthday week.
Were you guys?
Because she sent an outfit. Yeah, we were. Were we?
I don't think so.
Ooh, I don't know. But she sent an outfit.
I think she was just going out with the girls.
Maybe. Of herself, like, in a cute little outfit, but only sent it to Desi. And I was sitting right there, and I got really jealous because I was like, I don't understand. Like, but prior to telling her this and, like, calling her out, she wasn't really messaging me.
Mm-hmm.
But I was sitting right next to Desi, and she was going back and forth with Desi. And so that's when I was like, okay, there's something weird. Like, there's just something off. Because it's just like if I were sitting next to Anna and her and Courtney were talking, but Courtney didn't respond to me. Or like if Courtney was responding to me, but not Anna. It's like that feeling. I don't know how to explain it. It's like if you're sitting next to your other best friend and your other best friend is talking to them.
No, I get that.
But not you.
Yeah, I get that.
And they're reading your messages, but not responding whatsoever.
I had the same situation happen too.
Yeah. So that's when I like snapped. I like took like 4 shots and I just like messaged her. And I was like, you're such a bitch, like blah, blah, blah. I was like, so you want to send Desi like all these photos? And like, I know that sounds crazy, but that's how I am.
You guys have the closest bond though in the group at the moment. Or at the time.
Yeah. Well, that and like my friends are like my world.
Mm-hmm. It's very
because
true.
I lose so much family, or I've lost so much family in the past that, not like just dead, but like
just
they're not in my life anymore. Yeah, just situations that happen, another podcast, another time. But I only have so many family members and I resonate with my friends so much that if I start to feel like I'm losing one, I go psycho crazy. Like we said last podcast, when Anna had an anxiety attack and she like completely ghosted us for a week, and I like snapped on her.
Never again, guys.
Like it
never happened ever again.
No, it hasn't. So anyways, but I called her out and like she was like, oh, I didn't do anything, blah, blah, blah. And then like a week later, that's when her birthday happened. Because a week later I was sitting on the couch and I asked her if she was going to go to California because I was on the phone with Desi. And she had just texted Desi saying that she wasn't going to, even though she told us that she was. And I was like,
I feel like this happened before? No, it was just after her birthday. You're right. It was just after her birthday. Because we were friends with her while she was in the... Mm-hmm. Again, ow. Just hit myself with the freaking mic again. Yeah, no, because her birthday was on the 31st. And you guys were filming Valentine's Day videos that week. Because we were doing February videos.
That's right.
Dude, this girl posted one video with us. One. And it was half-assed.
Yeah.
And she's like, don't worry, guys, I can edit. And I was like, don't know about that.
But yeah. She had told Desi something. I heard about it. I didn't call her out, but I was just asking. I was just like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like that in manner. And she was like, she literally messaged back, we can't be friends. And then just deleted me like that.
And then she like left the group chat, didn't say bye, didn't even give me the opportunity because, okay, we had a group chat on WhatsApp and I was the admin on it and I was like, dude, this is gonna feel so good just kicking her out. And she just left. I couldn't even kick her out.
Yeah.
Ask Jax. I was so upset. I was like, this girl didn't even let me freaking kick her out of the group. She just left.
I know, everyone was like, what was going on? And I'm sitting on the phone with Desi crying and like, I was like, what did I do? Like, I know I called her out and everything, but we talked about it and like she told me that she wasn't doing this for the wrong reasons and blah, blah, blah. And I was like trying to think of like what else I did. I was like, all I did was ask her a fucking question.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't understand. Like, I was in tears.
I know, I remember.
Because I was like, dude, I literally just lost a best friend.
You gained another one though.
Yeah, I gained a better one too. One that can deal with my crazy.
It's true. I mean, I have my own crazy.
That's true. I mean, we all do.
Also,
that's why I'm really
Jax
hoping
and I are
that
literally the exact same people.
We really are. If you haven't watched our YouTube videos on Anna and Jax,
do it.
You need to. Because we are literally the exact same person. We were just filming today and we said, was it the podcast or was it on the video?
What?
I don't remember. I don't remember if it was on the video we were recording for our YouTube channel for Anna and Jax or the podcast that we're recording now. That we literally said something at the same time. Yeah, it was the podcast.
What did we say?
We said, We were gonna talk about the quote.
Oh, yeah, literally. See, like, same. I forgot. We're on the same wavelength, though, all the damn time.
We really are. It's so weird.
It just, honestly, I don't know how many times I could say this, and I feel like I'm never ever gonna be able to thank them enough. Like, even if we get the opportunity to meet them and become friends with them and whatever and whatnot, you know, what life will throw at us. But Sam and Colby literally created a platform for like a couple months. MetaLife was probably the greatest thing to ever exist. I literally wouldn't have.
It wasn't a couple months. It was like 6 or 7 months. It was almost a year.
Okay, so they had MetaLife up for almost a year. MetaLife is probably the greatest thing that ever existed in my world, at least. I mean, other than Neopets, but that's a different story. But if it had not been for Sam and Colby and MetaLife, the podcast wouldn't exist, Anna and Jax wouldn't exist, our friendship wouldn't exist, none of it. So, like, there's no way that I could personally ever thank Sam and Colby for creating MetaLife. There's just nothing I could do other than say thank you.
There's really nothing. Like, I
can give him his wife if you like.
That's me. But I was the first one. I was in the first group of MetaLife. Mm-hmm. That's how I met Haley. Y'all might get to see Haley in some future podcast. I don't know. She's kind of like back and forth between being on camera and not being on camera.
Which is fine.
But we talk about her all the time. She's the one I met first on MetaLife. And I remember whenever MetaLife was shutting down and I started adding people on Instagram and I was like, dude, I know who these people are. I already follow them. Like, it's just so surreal to have a group. And if y'all don't know what MetaLife is, it's a platform where Sam and Colby created it, and it was about like helping you through your mental like battles and trying to get you out there and like meet friends and do all this stuff. And it was like their baby pretty much. And
it was a negative free zone place on the internet. It was the only place on the internet where it was like positive vibes. Everyone was like boosting each other up and like just having each other's
You
back.
did have to pay for a subscription.
You did have to pay. It was $20 to $25 depending on where you were. I had to pay
$19 for me.
I'm Canadian, so there is a
so 25
exchange rate.
Yeah, but you had to pay, and you can only get the subscription whenever they open it up.
Yeah.
And the third time they opened it up, that is when
shit hit the fan.
It went straight to HE double hockey sticks.
Yeah.
Because that is when all of the please come at me, I swear, come at me. All the 13-year-olds and the 12-year-olds who were like, no, Sam and Colby only need to talk to me, and blah, 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 and I only want to talk to Sam and Colby. That's why I got in this platform.
Yeah. Oh.
That is not.
Yeah, because
that's not what
on MetaLife, Sam and Colby had an account. Obviously, it's their baby, but they had an account and they would interact with the people on MetaLife, like
they really would.
Jax had plenty of different opportunities or interactions with the one and only Sam and Colby, and we were going through her like
mostly Colby.
It's true. We were going through her
literally like
her,
every single
wall,
post
basically, because it kind of looks like a Facebook wall or like a profile wall or whatever. And we were going through all her like MetaLife updates, and you would see like Colby Brock like this, Colby Brock commented, Sam commented, liked it, and I was like, bro, that's all I wanted. One like. It's fine, I didn't get it. I'm not bitter about it. I'm still not bitter about it to this day.
That's why whenever she says I'm not bitter, that's where that comes from. Because we literally, like, I think this was after, we were just, like, kidding around. And I was like, yeah, MetaLife is great. Like, I remember Colby, like, commented this on my post or whatever. And you were like, yeah, and he also commented this, and this, and this, and this. And I was like, oh, I don't think so. And you're like, let's scroll through. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. I was like, fine.
Like, not to boost or anything, but like, to me, it was just so natural because I felt like it was just another person like commenting.
Because that's exactly what it was. He was just another human being on MetaLife who was commenting on one of your posts. It's not like, yeah, okay, so it's Colby Brock. Okay, cool beans, but it's just Colby Brock. Like,
yeah, I remember the first time he commented on one of my posts. was when he released the video of him doing the Halloween makeover where he became like the tooth monster.
Oh my god,
whatever.
that's terrifying. Just want to throw
And
that out there.
I literally posted something about like I showed my sister the Tooth Monster video. She was like, that's okay. And then I showed her what Colby Brock actually looks like, and she was scared.
Oh my gosh.
And he commented the GIF where Emma Stone was like, "Who, me?" and does the hair flip.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
Like, that's so
guys,
funny.
if you're listening. Just kidding.
Yeah. Where's my ring? I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, it was. See, whenever they commented, it wasn't like a. What was that?
Oh, I keep hitting the podcast mic.
Nice.
I'm just not used to it.
So whenever
yet.
they comment on like our posts and everything, it wasn't like a this famous celebrity is commenting on us or blah 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 blah. It was literally just like another friend commenting or like someone who has advice or just like someone who is there for you and like understands.
Yeah.
But once the third round opened up, I think that's when it messed up.
Yeah. They should have just left it with like that one initial.
They really should have.
They did like the pre-launch. They did it for their YouTube members, I think.
Yeah, the channel members.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they did it for that. Those
Which
were
I
the
also
first
have.
people. I do too. Those were the first people who had access to MetaLife, and then they opened it up to the public. But there was only a certain amount of spots that could have been filled, so you had to get on there quick.
Yeah.
And then they shut it down again.
What's funny is that whenever they released it the third time, it was during the pandemic. So the start of it. So everyone lost their job and like all that stuff. And I'm just letting you know it's at 45 minutes. It might be a little bit. It's probably at 40 minutes because we still have the beginning that I didn't take off. So we have another like 15.
Sounds good. We'll wrap it up.
Unless you want to make it. Anyways. So they released it during the pandemic, and that's when everyone like lost their job and they didn't have much income. And I remember they made it $5.99 to join, and all of those proceeds went to like a charity, which is great. And then after that, you would pay the original like $19, $25, depending on like where you were at in the world. And I remember as soon as that second month hit, that is when shit hit the fan.
Yeah, because they're like, it's too expensive, we can't afford this, I just want to be a part of
off,
this.
blah, blah, blah,
Exactly. And I was like, dude,
they were like, I don't even pay for therapy and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is cheaper than therapy. My therapist charges me $25 to $50 an hour. And that's every single time I go.
Yeah.
So just a regular therapist, if your insurance covers it, grand. But you are also going to have a copay, and you're 13, so I'm pretty freaking sure that your parents are going to cover it.
Yeah.
Like, not you. And they're like, well, why would I pay for this if I can pay for a therapist? And I'm like, then go to a freaking therapist.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
luckily,
they just weren't understanding what the platform was
No, because
about.
they were going on there because they knew that they could speak with Sam and Colby personally on there.
Which, I don't know who posted it, because I never posted anything on social media, like Twitter, Instagram, about, like, because there's a thing when you sign up stating that this does not need to be on social media. Please do not, like, put it on there. No, excuse me.
I think the only thing I've ever
Like,
put on
don't
social media was
post.
like, oh, like, thanks to MetaLife, I've met some incredible people in my life.
Yeah. Everyone shouted it out. But I remember there's one girl. I do not know her name. Don't know how to say it either. But I do know there's one girl who would take screenshots of, like, the conversations and then upload it to Instagram or to Twitter or to, like, somewhere else. And I'm like, they literally ask you not to do that.
Yeah.
Like, this is a sacred platform. Like, this is a very safe platform, too. Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
That is what gets me.
I mean, like,
And, like,
I get
it's
it.
not posts
get-
of, like, them with their friends.
Yeah.
I can understand that. But it's posts of, like, they commented and they're like, oh my god, Sam and Colby commented on my post. This is the only way I can talk to them. And I'm like, Really? You just ruined everything.
I get screenshotting it, like, for your own
personal use, yeah.
like, use of memories or whatever, but, like, posting it to social media, I mean...
Not everything needs to be posted to social media. Which comes full circle back to fake friends.
Yeah. I mean, if, say, like, I don't know, one of my favorite YouTubers liked my post or whatever, yeah, I'd freaking post the shit out of that. You'd be like, oh my god, this person just noticed me. Cool. But, like, MetaLife was, like, a secret platform. Like, it was a secret platform. It was only for a certain amount of people that were on it. So whatever happened on MetaLife stayed on MetaLife. If you decided to take a screenshot of it, cool beans. But, like, why'd you go out and post it everywhere? That's not what that was for.
That's how...
The platform was for, like, you who have, like...
mental issues.
Mental issues, mental health, or whatever. It was for you to get better
Personal issues, not even just mental health, but there's one girl or person on there that went through so much, and I can't even keep in contact with him because it's not on MetaLife anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to keep in contact with him, I have to be on my Instagram or something, and, like, I'm so busy with the podcast and our duo channel and everything that I'm barely on my personal one.
Yeah. I don't really go on Instagram.
So it's just hard to keep up. You what?
I don't really go on Instagram. Unless I have a notification on
it. Me, when I send you videos.
Literally.
But it's just hard to keep up with everything because, like, and that makes me feel like a fake person. Like, you made friends on MetaLife, and then it shuts down and you can't talk to them anymore because they're just so bombarded, and, like, I was depressed after MetaLife shut down.
See,
for sure.
I
miss it every single day.
I miss the platform. I miss, like, the positivity of it, and, like, just going on there and say you had, like, a really shit day, and you just need to vent to someone, or just vent in general, and you didn't want to post to, like, any of your social media or whatever because you have people on there that you can't vent to or you want to vent about.
Yeah.
And MetaLife was that one place that you could do that, and people would be there to support you. That's what I miss most about MetaLife. But, like, I was never really on it, to be honest. Like,
I was always on it.
I think after
in the morning, at the end of the day.
I think after we created the group chat, like the Thought House, I didn't really go on it. Like, I created a friend group that was, like, so close knit that, like, I didn't really need to go to MetaLife anymore for it. Yeah. I think I created, like, a special bond with a certain amount of people. Some of those bonds fell apart, and some of them got, you know, stronger. But
me,
literally, and Desi, and Court.
And Desi and Court.
But yeah, I don't know. I didn't really go on MetaLife after that.
I met some pretty amazing people, and, like, the fact that I could go on there and, like, see that other people were going through the same stuff that I was going through, or that I could watch the videos of, like, anxiety and how to, like, calm you down and everything, or the fact that you had, like, a daily challenge every single day. Or I could go on there and be like, okay, I'm going to write in my journal today, like, all this stuff. Or, like,
I still have posting, mine, by the way.
Like, they have the groups. Do you remember the groups?
Yeah.
Where it was, like, the art group and, like, all this stuff.
I was never a part of it.
Like, I would go into the groups, and I'm like, I don't have mine anymore.
I was never a part of them. Wasn't cool enough.
I was. Shut up.
Just like that nerdy kid that walks down the hallways all by himself. That was me.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to love everybody, you know? That's my thing. Like, we're a part of a group chat on Twitter, and Jackie, like, zero activity on that group chat from her. Like, absolutely zero group chat activity.
I'm sorry. I'm so busy.
But we're on it. And, like, it's funny because we're talking about Sam and Colby commenting on things, right? So, Kenny Brown he pops in every now and then. But the minute Kenny Brown pops in, dude, these girls pop off and they're like, Kenny Brown. I'm like, oh my god, let the guy live. Let him breathe a little bit. Yeah, like, they love him, and I get it, but they're all, like, 21, 22 and under. So, yeah, so he pops in occasionally, and then they'll be like, let's try to summon Corey Shear in here, or let's try to summon JC, and I'm like, bro, they're too busy, they're not gonna pop in.
Yeah, and, like, that's why I stopped being in that group chat or, like, commenting in the group chat is because everyone was just like, oh, now that Kenny commented, I love you, Kenny, please follow me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, I'm done.
I mean, I would comment
like,
back to Kenny.
I can't with fake people.
I would comment back to Kenny, but, like, it has to be, like...
Yeah, but you would say, like, have a great day, hope you do too, blah, blah, blah. Like,
yeah,
I would do the same thing.
He came and, like, vented to us about something that happened. And, like, he, you know, he tried to lift his spirits a little bit. But these girls were like, oh, my God, Kenny. And I'm like, oh, my God, chill, breathe. He's just another human. He's okay.
I know.
Just be there, support him, but don't bombard him, you know?
Right? And they do that all the time. And I cannot stand that.
Some of them are really sweet, though. Like,
can't.
there's a girl on there, Noah and Anika. Those two, first of all, they're always on there. There's another one. I don't remember her name, though. But those two are like, the ones I get most notifications from. And they're honestly some of the sweetest girls on there.
I've muted the notifications.
Yeah, literally. My phone's popping off. 28 messages.
I can't deal with that.
28 notifications from the Awa Awa crew.
Awa Awa?
Awa Awa. But yeah.
Awa Awa. No, I'm just kidding.
But
I just can't deal with half of the people in there are just so fake.
I don't know.
Like, they just come across as fake. Like, I understand.
I mean, they're just young. I feel like that's what it is. I think they're just too young. And so they're just like...
I don't know, because okay, so my first job was Aeropostale. And whenever I was working there, I checked out Selena Gomez.
Listen, honey, listen.
But
we're a different generation, honey. We're a completely different generation than they are.
I guess, but Taylor, my best friend, is still in the same generation, and she freaks out whenever she meets, like, a Spurs player. Like, she's very big into, like, knowing all, like, the actors and everything like that. And I'm just like, meh, I could care less. Like, that's great. I love you and I support you.
Sean Desmond at the auto show once.
Sean Desmond?
Guess he's just a...
Shawn Mendes?
No, Sean Desmond.
No,
he's just... I'm assuming he's just a Canadian musician then. But I met him at the auto show. Cool beans. He was super chill. We took a picture together.
I've met, what is his name? From Spider-Man, the original Tony something.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
But I met him when I was younger, and I, like, had a crush on him, so I was shy, but that's about it.
You know what? I think you know what I think it is between us two, though? Like, I feel like when I meet... Like, I've met a few other celebrities. Like, I've met Kate Vogel, I've met Tyler Hilton, whatever. And, like... You just sit there and chat with them. They're literally human beings. They're literally like you and I. There's nothing else other than their freaking bank account that's different.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no difference between us.
I love the hype that people give, but like at concerts and everything, I'm like, yes, you support them, blah, blah, blah. But then they're like, oh my God, he touched me, like I'm going to faint. And I'm like, why?
Dude, I was like that when I was younger. Like younger though, like younger. Now I'm like, oh, cool.
I wasn't.
It's funny because we talk about...
I don't know.
You and I talk about if and when we ever meet Sam and Kobe. And you're like, I don't know. Sorry, when we meet Sam and Kobe. Sam and Kobe, if you're listening, we're meeting you one day.
I will literally sit Sam down and be like, all right, we need to talk. And like talk like philosophical crap. But when it comes to Colby, I'll just be like, hi, bye.
It's funny because I can picture it.
Because this is what happened. I used to have a huge crush on Cameron Dallas.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And I met him. And this is the exact same thing that happened then. Is I literally froze and just walked. He was just like, do you want me to kiss you on the cheek? And I was like, sure. And he kissed me, and then I walked off. And he was like, okay, bye, babe. And I didn't say a word.
Dude, I bet you to this day he thinks about that interaction. He was like, I wonder what I did to that girl.
I know. Oh my gosh. If Cameron Dallas, if you ever hear this podcast or if you're listening to this episode or whatever, I am so sorry. I am just so awkward around people that I like have crushes on.
Yeah, but you have
because we went to Top Golf that night, and we saw the entire MadCon boys again. And like me and my friend were sitting there eating, and they came down the stairs and they saw us, and they were like, "Oh my God, we just saw you at the show." And we were like, "Yeah." And, like, everyone else, Aaron Carpenter and, like, all the other kids, what were their...
Honestly, I was never
sorry. Anyways,
Icon girl.
they would sit there and, like, talk to us, and we were sitting there talking to them until our management came up and we're like, no, we need to leave, like, let's go.
Wow.
I had full-blown conversations with the other people, but as soon as Cameron Dallas came on, I was just like,
Words.
Bye-bye.
Don't work. Reboot. Reboot.
I don't know. I don't know. Not even rebooting. It's just like shutting down forever.
Yeah.
I get very awkward around people I like. Anyways, different podcast.
Yeah,
different
we've
time,
literally
different
like
story.
went from like friends to Meta Life to Sam McCoby to crushes.
Bam. I am so sorry, we're all. This is how our thought process works.
Yeah. I mean, it's just how it works, you know? I don't know if any friend group or friends in general, when they're like talking with one another, they'll go from like one topic, then they'll move on to like 7 mini topics, and then like come back to the main topic, and then another like 6 or 7 mini topics from that one. And you're like, what were we talking about?
I know.
Like, how did we get here?
Honestly, I used to be able to like backtrack it.
I'm pretty good with that.
I just don't care anymore.
I'm pretty good with that.
Yeah. Fake friends. Fake friends, just no go. If you have them in your life, just please cut them out. I know it's super hard and it's going to be super difficult and you're going to feel like you have no friends whatsoever and like you have no life.
She's talking to me.
And not just you, Anna, but like anyone in general who has just like fake friends that you think you don't, like you need to give them a second chance or like it was just like some situation or whatever. No.
Yeah.
No friend should treat you like that.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot tell you how many times I put my friends and family over myself. And I'm learning before everything shuts down. Just to let you know, fake friends, just cut them out. There's a time where you can give them a second chance, like where you need to be open and honest and be like, bro, I didn't like how you did this to me, yada yada. Like, I have very bad feelings about this. Like, it's hurting me. And if they do nothing about it and it keeps happening, that is the point where you're just like, done.
Yeah. It's true though.
You can't live your life like that.
No.
And that is my motivation for y'all today.
Ooh.
So before everything shuts down on us.
I know, right? Like the city that's been shut down.
Oh my gosh. Another time, another story.
Speaking of
different
shutting
podcast.
down, 1 second before we leave.
Oh.
Toronto, they're getting rid of the stay-at-home order on the 22nd. So hey yo, I can go out and be social with some friends for a little bit.
Yes. Look at you.
Just for a little bit. They'll probably send us back into lockdown.
Just for a little bit.
One day frolicking around and they're like, okay, back into lockdown on Monday.
I know, right?
Anyways.
But this is our story, guys.
What's yours?
Comment down below. Let us know what else.
Let us know.
Let us know what else you want us to talk about. Follow us, stalk us on social media. It's going to be links down below on our personal channels, on this channel, on our duo channel. We'll be there.
Do it. We will be. Come and say hi.
Come and say hi. Let us know your stories, guys. We love you.
Love you, love you. And I'll catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out, guys.
Bye. See ya.